Love you.
I do too. Thank you all so much for being here. This is a glorious day. Wow. Sunday, May 3rd. Yes. Yes, to all of you that are out there viewing us, thank you for joining us. Spring has sprung, for sure. Would you like to join me in singing our good morning song, our opening song?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's do it. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can feel the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I would agree. I would absolutely agree. Our Sunday services are being live streamed. Thank you all for joining us. And thank you all for being here in the physical. This is a very cozy Sunday. I love it. Thank you for helping to support our Unity ministry. We have donation opportunities on PayPal and unityofbillings.org, which is our website. And if you haven't checked out our website, there's a lot of really great things on there. And thank you, Leslie and Clayton, for designing that for us. Our announcements. We will not be having services on May 24th in celebration of Memorial Day. So that's not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. 2 weeks from now. How many sleeps is that? I have 4-year-old twins, and so we time is measured in number of sleeps. Their little heads look up there, I'm like, wow, calculating all of that. Today is Friendship Sunday potluck. Thank you for everyone being here, and we will have some fabulous treats, no doubt. And Linda and Dorothy, I hope you'll join us. You're going to have to stay and help us eat something. eat the food, or not, but we would love to have you. We always enjoy you so much. Today, our speaker is Rev Edee Weigel, Getting Inspired. Well, if there's anyone that can inspire us, it would be Rev Edee Weigel. She's for sure. You're very inspiring, girl. Thank you. Thank you for being here with us. May 10th will be Reverend Marcia Culver, Mom Power Energy. All right, that's going to be a good one. May 17th, again, we have the pleasure of Reverend Edee Weigel, A New Thought, and no services May 24th. May 31st will be Reverend, almost Reverend Leslie Fisher. And now, does anyone have anything else, any other announcements or anything we need to talk about? No? Yes? All right. So we'll talk about David Friedman, and he's going to talk about the Unity song.
Every prayer is answered, every prayer is heard, every thought and feeling, every spoken word, what your soul has longed for, what your heart can feel, is already here, is already real. There is no one out there is no. You hold all the answer deep inside yourself. There's a voice that whispers, there's no you, no me. There's just one, there's just unity. One power, one presence, one light to lead the way. All loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world looks dark and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you, I will always be. I am one, I am unity. We are one, we are
Thank you, David. And here we have our unity candle, our Christ candle, which is a reflection and a reminder of the indwelling Christ within all of us and in our service today. Our daily word today speaks of life on Sunday, May 3rd, 2026. Will you all join me in affirming life? With joy, I dance in the fountain of life. That's awesome. I like that. With joy, I dance in the fountain of life. Observing children playing in a fountain, I hear them laughing as they dart through the sprays of water, surprised by sudden geysers. Sunlight turns the wafting mist into prisms of color, a reminder that the same joy and light dance in me. Life can feel like that fountain, fun, but sometimes catching me by surprise. If I resist, I grow weary. But when I move with its rhythm, dodging, laughing, and dancing, I feel the pulse of divine life. Even in challenging circumstances, I can regard the spray as refreshment, the soaking as grace. Each of these baptisms becomes an invitation to cleansing, renewal, and awakening. A chance to grow in spirit. As I join life's dance, I am lifted. Creativity awakens, joy abounds, and I feel fully alive. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light, we see light. Psalms 36:9. And join me once again in affirming life. With joy, I dance in the fountain of life. Wow, that really resonates strongly with me. Because I've been in and out this week. It's like, okay, I'm in the fountain of life, everything's great, and then I have to jump back in the water, in the fountain. And I think it's just that reminder that we have that opportunity at any given moment to get back in the fountain of life. and enjoy life and not take it so seriously.
Yes.
All right. And our Unity Foundation principle, will you join me? There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent. And our Unity of Billings affirmation, through divine wisdom and grace, Unity of Billings is vibrant, healing, and inclusive. And we are so grateful that Charlene Inglis, our prayer chaplain, crafted that for us, and it fits so well. Thank you again, Charlene. Thank you always, Charlene. And now if you'll take a moment and gather your tithes, your offerings, your love, your comments, and join me in praying. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful. And now we have a great song. This is an old hymn.
Page 89,
Page 89. Thank you, Robin.
and I'm gonna use this microphone back here and my phone, and I found a piano.
Oh,
great.
fantastic. Oh, this is, you all know this one.
Oh, gosh.
This is an 89, page 89.
Page 89.
My stepdad loved this.
We're all in the gardening mode right now.
Yes.
Do I not have a mic for a
I turned
reason?
you off for-
Okay.
So I can use this one.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure I didn't fumble something up.
Never me say I turned you off.
What? Okay.
All right, we'll see how this goes.
Here we go. I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks in the sound of his voice. It is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling, but bids me go through the voice of woe, his voice to me is calling, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. Nice. Very nice. It's a beautiful song. Okay. That was great. Thank you, Robin. Great suggestion. Those old hymns are so precious. I love those. Thank you all for being here with your energy, your light, your love, your gifts of your presence and your light and your love. And as we rejoice in being unity, of being the light, holding the light and sharing the light with others every minute of our lives, all is well. And so it is. All right, Reverend Edee Weigel. She has a great message for us today, as usual. Welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. Woohoo. There you go.
All right. You got everything you need?
I got everything I need. Good morning. Special good morning to friends watching on YouTube. I've got friends in Roberts and Casper and Sweden. It's amazing how far this message goes. Yes, ma'am. So special shout out of love to my dear friends that are watching me this morning. I'm always trying to be as entertaining and spiritually nourishing as possible. Today we're talking about getting inspired. And I was not inspired when I started writing this, but by the time I was done, I had gone to the art supply store and started making all kinds of fun projects. It's amazing how you put the seeds out there, you put the thought out there, and then you start manifesting. I'd like to start this morning with a little metaphysical treatment from my mother's little Creative Thought magazine she used to write for. I've been finding a lot of my mom's stuff. Tomorrow's the day my mother made her transition 8 years ago. She was 92 when she passed. She would have been 100 this year. I always laugh to think that my mother and Marilyn Monroe and was it Queen Elizabeth? I think was that they were all born in 1926. 1926 is also the year that Ernest Holmes wrote The Science of Mind. And it's also the same year that Paramahansa Yogananda wrote Cosmic Chants. So I turned on YouTube this morning and they were all singing Cosmic Chants from Self-Realization Fellowship. So that's what I listened to this morning. It's fabulous music. A lot of it was translated from Sanskrit to English. So today, the metaphysical treatment, Ernest Holmes said, if you listen to peace, you will experience it. If you listen for truth, you will hear it. And if you listen to wholeness, you will discover it. Today, I listen and learn. God, omnipresent peace, omnipresent truth, and omnipresent good is the perfect and perfecting presence that created me in its image and likeness. That's good to know. Spirit is my constant companion, lovingly awaiting my recognition of its ever available counsel. I listen deeply to this inner voice. It bids me be still and know, and I experience a peace so profound that all life responds to me with reverence and joyous acknowledgement of shared divinity.
I obey the divine behest to be perfect, even as my Creator in heaven of my consciousness is perfect. I am immune to erroneous beliefs. I like that. I am immune to erroneous beliefs. I am not swayed by the opinion of others because the voice of truth informs my every decision. I think with clarity and act with confidence, knowing supreme wisdom illumines my path and governs my direction. Today, I listen and learn as the inner presence reveals more of the truth of life. Gratefully, I celebrate the discovery of my wholeness. Joyfully, I release my word to law, knowing the gift is given. Amen. And this is the stuff I grew up with. Thank you, Mother. She definitely had fun raising me. I was like a kitten. If I saw something, I went after it, especially if it had 4 legs and a mane and tail. I was even in love with donkeys. I wanted Burro, Bridie of the Grand Canyon. I don't know if you ever saw that cute little, anything Walt Disney, he had horses too, you know. They had pony ride or donkey ride at Disneyland when I was a kid. So today I'm talking about getting inspired. And I'm talking about how inspiration is actually medicine and fuel. Springtime is a great time to get inspired. I went to Ace Hardware the other day and all the seed packages were on sale for 49 cents, marked down from $2.49. So I bought about $30 worth of seeds. And I am turning over all of my garden, all of my flower beds with my pitchfork. I guess you know my back's doing really well. And the cats are helping, and I am going to plant all those seeds, and I do not care if the grasshoppers end up eating them. I'm just putting it out there that I am in the garden with my hands in the dirt. So we know that inspiration is a medicine and a fuel for sure. And we all know what it feels like to be uninspired. And I was kind of uninspired when I first started writing this. I'm not sure why. I just kind of was stuck. No, we all get stuck once in a while. But how to get inspired again is tricky. It's very tricky. It's a drag. I'm writing this. I mean, when I first started writing this, I was talking to myself a little bit on paper. How do you get inspired again? It's a drag. It seems to be a self-perpetuating endless circle, and it chases its tail around a tree, always just out of reach. I'm watching the kittens, whirling, chasing their tails. What to do? What to do? What can we do to find some excitement? What to do to create effortlessly and to feel sure and bright? What to do? It seems we must take ourselves by the scruff of the neck and force our depressed artist to the art store. I went. Go to the art supply store, go to an art class. That's in my plans. I'm going to go to another art class. Hear live music, see a live play, walk barefoot on the grass, or listen to Mozart. Mozart. What to do? How to capture our wild and restless hearts with our very souls gone missing. Ugh. The log rolls over. Sometimes you're underwater. Hang on. You're going to roll back up to the light. What to do with your very soul gone missing? Well, art is the art of living. What to do? Find some music you love. I started digging through the old CDs and playing some music. Play it loud and sing with it. Arr! The cats go crazy when I sing. They all run over and want to look in my mouth. What? What's going on? Plank pose doesn't work when the cats are. I do plank pose and then I sing and the cats come running over to see, where is that coming from? What does it mean? Sing out loud to yourself, because finding inspiration and staying in that flow not only saves the day, it saves your life. It saves your life, and it's fuel, and it's medicine. Inspired means filled with spirit. Inspired. The spirit. And Julia Cameron's Artist Way is not just for artists. I'm putting it out there to my friends in YouTube land. If you don't know who Julia Cameron is, and the rest of you, I think you all do, you got to get that book. It's a 1992 book called The Artist Way, and my mother bought it and gave a copy to everybody at the church and me, and it truly did save and change my life. Julia Cameron says, art does not just mean color, paint on paper, painting. Art can be rearranging the furniture. So I did. I decided, what do I do to get started? Okay, I rearranged furniture. I tore rooms apart, found more stuff from my mother. Rearrange the furniture. It can be buying new curtains. Okay, I tried that. It worked. It can be washing a mirror or a window. Let the light in. Get a clear view. The idea of art is focused attention and the brain waves that are produced. Creating, art, sewing, decorating the home. Learn something new, or remember a time when you were really, really inspired and energized and happy. When was that? When were you on fire? Can you remember being inspired? In our lives right now, we may feel held back by something. Held back by something. Take time to think. We may be struggling to figure it out, but if we set free whatever seems to be holding us back, we can give more space to, what do we need more space to? I'm thinking art, my art friends. You know, I've got a lot of goofy art friends. I miss them. I've been having more of a tribe getting together again. What do we really want to give more space to? For me, it was art, creating to my own inner music and muse, walking with the cats out on the ranch, trying to walk barefoot, taking sandals with me just in case I ran into some stickers. In our lives, we may be held back by fear, disguised as being lazy, but it's all a block. We all want to feel whole. We want to feel creative, and we want to be filled with inspiration. We do, because when we are inspired and a little bit excited, we feel truly alive. We feel fully alive. Can you remember when you felt fully alive? I think this week I'm feeling fully alive again. But where were you? When was it? Who was with you on your journey? And what were we surrounded with? What was your delight? Maybe it's time to revisit and recreate these moments in the now. Think, what would you like to try again? Or what would you like to try that you never have? What's a long cherished dream gone glimmering? We can reel in those golden moments and we can excavate the past for forgotten dreams and memories. It's good to dream. It's good to create mental pictures. Mental pictures create manifestations. Daydreams create the future. Visualize yourself being inspired, excited, and energized. And as I wrote this is page 4, I started feeling it. I started finding that channel. I needed to tune into that. Make something, do something. I mean, I repotted plants. I just started tearing stuff apart, making messes. This is planting thought seeds. Thought seeds will attract and bring the fruition of our very best yet to be. Whatever you dream about, you bring about, my mother used to say. You create the wind in your sails. You have to be your own wind in your own sails. We skim effortlessly over the waves of life, and we become the captain of our ship. And we go forth boldly. I go, where no man has been before. I always remember that Star Trek. Dun-dun-dun. Great mental picture. Go forth boldly. I don't know why, but I have to tell you that kind of goes with a joke. There was a cattle drive I was on top of the Priors. And there was an outhouse on top of the hill. And it didn't have a door. But the view was beautiful. And it says, go forth boldly where no man has gone before. I can't forget that moment. And you could actually sit there and hold your horse's rein. See, that was part of it, why there was no door. One of those things that I saw on a cattle drive in 1999, on the top of the Pryors. Now you got a mental picture, there's something up there. We must get inspired. It saves our life. But in so many ways, we can become blocked by our triggers. Like we all have triggers. We're afraid of losing control of our emotions and our reactions and our clarity. And we block not only our negative energies, but our positive energies as well. Don't be afraid. I guess that's the number one thing I tell myself. No fear. We must let go of our triggers because you can't go forth boldly if you are holding on so tight. You can't go where you want to go if we're holding on so tight that it becomes a block. And this block is hard to move. It's hard to blast through, and it's hard to evade. So hold your triggers lightly. Let go of the fear of flying. If we need more faith in ourselves, which may be difficult to muster, it can be done, and we must have faith in your ability to do so. We can rebel against our old negative programming and beliefs. We can slowly change habits that have blocked our fun and our good. It may take discipline to tell yourself every day, try something new. And have faith that brick by brick, we build a new flow of inspiration. We align with the higher frequencies. Our higher self wants to speak to us. We need to be quiet enough to hear it. And this consciousness of a creative and inspired spirit is living within us. We need to tune into it. See yourself smiling, creating, gardening. So I'm writing this. Well, a couple days later, I got that pitchfork over and started turning over that garden. I saw myself decorating. Okay, I started taking down pictures and moving things around. I just started changing the way it looked in my house and outside. Cleaning, feeling organized and at peace. See yourself as inspired. Find a goal to focus on. It will be a lighthouse to guide your way, and soon you may feel a renewed sense of delight. If not, keep trying. I wrote that underneath. Keep trying. Do not give up. This new flow of energy and delight can create ripples through your life and into your heart and mind as well. And it will affect every single thing in your life. Now, as I worked on pulling up the corners of my mouth and being a little more cheerful, all of a sudden I had a bunch of happy people just kind of parading through my life. I had phone calls from people I hadn't heard from in years. Absolutely. I had phone calls from people I hadn't heard from for 10 or 15 years. Really good friends I cherish that I hadn't heard from for 2 or 3 years. And they're in my life. They're inviting me over. They want to come to my house. All of a sudden, just like the tribe is gathering, all this energy is coming in. Friends and teachers of mine, even from the 60s, have showed up back in my life. Surprise! We develop an unfiltered way of allowing dreams and ideas to germinate. Be unfiltered. That's kind of a funny thought to think. I just blow my front and back door open of my house and let the wind blow through, as well as the cats running through. Develop an unfiltered way of allowing dreams and ideas to germinate. Patience is not procrastination. Say it again. Patience is not procrastination. You bet. We hold space to work out problems, and we reserve our opinions. You know, opinions sometimes is not your friend. And it might be that little ego thing I say that always creeps up behind you and bites you on the back of the leg. A memory of a big goose once I had. An actual goose bit me on the back of my leg. We hold space to work out problems, and you reserve your opinion until you find the right alchemy to transform that energy into a creative forward flow. There is an inward glow of hope that feels so good. It's worth staying committed to this new way of thinking and feeling. An inward glow of hope. A new glow of hope that we can find that free spirit within us again. We all have it. We just get so caught up in other things, mind spin. Remember, I call it space debris, monkey mind, whatever they call it. We get hypnotized and fall into this other vibration that's really not the truth of us or of our spiritual path. But that free spirit still lives within you. That has never been blocked. It has never been damaged. And it's a glow of inner joy that has never diminished. We just learn to turn and see it. It's there waiting for all of us. We can find it again. It was there all along, but we were deaf to its music, blind to its beauty, and it's still there and always will be. It's the real you. The real you has always been inspired, and the real you is unfiltered. Move from inner reflection now to action. Do, go, seek. What new, fresh, untapped inspiration may be waiting for you with just a slight adjustment in our daily routine? Revisit the kinds of places you once captivated you. Revisit the kinds of places that captivated you as a child. I remember loving to just run through the forest or ride my bicycle. There were forests of these eucalyptus trees on cliffs over the beach where I grew up, and the path led to the stable. So riding that bicycle, and it was uphill all the way. But on the way home, I'd glide home. But that inspiration of just riding that bike as fast as I could, and the smell of the beautiful eucalyptus leaves, that spicy smell, and the fog would roll in, it'd be that salty, spicy smell. I can just remember it so well. You're staying inspired. You move from an inner reflection into action. You revisit the kind of places that once captivated you. Woodlands, parks, meadows, thrift stores. Think of the smells of all of them. Thrift stores, I don't like the smell. Especially now it's all Febrezed. Think about art stores or go to plays. Love to go to music, movies, backcountry drives, nurseries full of springtime plants. We went to Ruth's greenhouse a couple weeks ago, and this really kick-started me getting more inspired. Go out with empty hands and a curious heart and an open mind. Write on paper instead of typing. Writing on paper. There's more and more evidence that this is actually saving your brain. YouTube. There's tons of YouTubes about why putting pen to paper or art brush to paper. It not only focuses your mind, but it puts out the kind of brain chemicals that keeps your brain healthy. Sorry to say, too much screen time is not good for us. Got to go to nature. Got to hear the birds singing. Got to hear the wind going through the trees. Write on paper, run in the rain, play old music albums, get your hands dirty, and have fun. And as we explore our options, we can return to compelling inner terrains and see what they still hold for you and where they may lead you today. Whatever made you feel compelled. I mean, for me as a child, I was just really loved those horses. So I'd go to the stables. Well, I'd see people riding that really could ride. And I was a little kid, I'd go watch the horse shows and watch all these fabulous people that actually knew how to ride. I suppose if you were into skiing, you'd go up the ski hill and watch people skiing. Or you go to an art class and watch this painter up front just effortlessly creating something that looks so great. You want to get lessons and learn how. And it's great that they have classes like that. But whatever made you feel compelled, try to find that feeling and see where it leads. And trust that as you let go of being blocked, the flow will just begin to carry you. So it's like me cleaning out my irrigation ditches. You know, the leaves and twigs will block, and we have fun. As the water is coming fast, all the kids are lined up with rakes, pulling all the leaves out of the way. And it's really fun. The dog used to get involved and help when I had a dog. I think her spirit's still there helping. But simply focus on your own journey. Becoming unblocked is something you must do on your own. And it is an ongoing process. Just because you get unblocked doesn't mean you're going to stay unblocked. You have to say to yourself, I don't feel so great. Am I blocked? Am I unfiltered? You have to work on it. It's a process, and it's a lifetime of commitment. Trust the process. Trust that you have what you need right with you now. Your mind, your body, and hearts are ready to fly again. Fly in your dreams again. Our hearts are waiting for permission to fly again. Okay, I'm going. I'm flying. We can set our feet firmly on the new path. We choose to keep moving forward even if we don't know where our hearts and lives are going. I just want to go. I want to see something new and compelling. We learn to listen again for that special inner friend. Not necessarily new, but we have new ears to hear. Our special inner friend, our own inner wisdom. For me lately, I made a few lists. What must I do daily, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly? So I made 4 lists side by side, just pen to paper, made lists. It helped me chart out what I must do and see. And of course, that involves feeding 10 animals every morning. Some of them feed themselves since they're grazing. But how much time can I dedicate to being creative? I did the must-do list, and then I said, must-do or die list. I must create. So I set up my art stuff, and I get up every day, and I do a little tiny bit, even if I only have half an hour, 15 minutes, just long enough to get that brush dirty where I have to go wash it. I am starting to carve out time to be creative. It's okay to make that extra time, even if it's just doing some colored pencils or watercolors in those wonderful coloring books. You know, they have those mandala and nature, and you can just, even crayons. I mean, crayons are so fabulous. No cleanup. I even have crayons that are like metallic, sparkly. For me, I like to make what I call wisdom cards, which are basically little vision boards. I get 3x5 cards and cut out heavy paper, cardboard, and I decorate and paint and write affirmations. I tear up magazines for images and words to form affirmations, kind of like the ransom note, you know? Yeah. Must create art or else. Watch out. I look for synchronicity in the items I find. I mean, I'm digging through a magazine and I rip out this page and it says, everything you never knew you needed. I'm like, okay, it's a message. Blast through blocks. Blast through blocks with tape and paste and glue sticks. I look for inspiration while I play some music. And it's really hard to keep the kittens out of this project I have because they're just intensely interested in, oh, you're tearing up paper, well, we can do that. Glue, tape, I have to put them in the other room. But I've been doing this every morning. I work on 5 cards approximate at a time so the glue and paint have time to dry. And I do work on both sides, but literally my fingers, you know, covered with glue and paint and pieces of paper stuck to me. So for me, working on my cards is a great source of inspiration. I brought some today to share with you. This works so well for me that I've decided to hold an afternoon fun class here. Yep, at a date to be determined, and I brought some today to share to get you all inspired. So as I wrote this talk over the last 2 weeks, I moved around some furniture, sorted some bookshelves, worked in the garden, repotted some houseplants, meditated, walked barefoot on the grass, and shoveled snow off my porch. We had snow since I've been here in the last 2 weeks. Wow. And I walked barefoot on the snow on my porch. And I took pictures of those barefoot prints and sent them to my friends in California. Hey, look, I'm so tough. I walk in the snow barefoot. And I painted. For the first time in a year, I painted. I had set up my art studio again upstairs, much to the delight of the cats. So I got inspired. I took myself by the scruff of the neck and I said, girl, what are you doing? You gotta just turn and face the light. Amazingly, I found this sheet of paper with all the blanks in a magazine. And looking at it every day in my journal, I filled it out with different words and ideas until I found my new vein of gold. I'm going to hand this out to you right now. Maybe my lovely assistant.
Your
will-
assistant?
How many? Yeah. Just pass out as many as we need and then bring me the rest because I have extra copies of this for any of you in YouTube land. So I am handing out a paper today and I am assigning creative homework. Woohoo! Get inspired.
Creativity. And I say here.
All right, we're handing out copies. Everybody's getting a copy. Now, before you get too carried away, this is a template, not to be filled out on the template, but to be maybe possibly pondered and filled out on another piece of paper. Because I'm going to assign homework doing it every single day until I see you again in 2 weeks. Because every time you look at it and ponder it and write out the answers, you will get a different idea. You will get a different vision. You'll get a different direction. I love that template. I had it setting glued to the mirror in my bathroom, so I had a chance to really ponder it because it really brought me back to finding my vein of gold. It's like, girl, get that watercolor set, put some water on that brush, and just paint a freaking flower. What the heck? I can complain. I'm not perfect. Thank God I have the tools to find my way back to the light. And that's why we have a church like this with our beautiful spiritual goals and support. That's where I love you all so much. So I made these copies and you see where it leads. Fill it out mentally over and over. And the adventure has just begun. Every day of our life can be just as exciting as when we were first starting our journey. Stay committed. Work with the template as many times as possible. It opens doors and starts leading you in a new direction. Get a little excited. You can feel it. Your first impression will not be your last, or your first thoughts and words to fill in those blanks. As you look through it several times, you will start going, okay, dig a little deeper. Just keep looking for a different color. I literally filled it out mentally at least 10 times. So you will be filling out the spaces in your mind. So don't write in the blanks unless you want to make copy. But just ponder a few answers for each line. This template can open your mind to a new journey of inspiration. And any of you out there in YouTube land, I will have extra copies and I will be handing them out again. So the first words you find will not be your last. Each time you work with the template, you'll find more gold. So in closing today, I'm assigning that homework. I'd love some feedback from this paper. Now you get a chance to use a journal. Find that spiral notebook, get out a pen, and start writing some scratchy cursive writing, girls and boys. Cursive writing heals the brain. I try to write in my journal every day. I notice when I'm not writing in my journal that I'm getting that, not liking that music. So I'd love for all of you to get inspired. I have lots of fun materials to share for the mini vision board class. I have been every day, chop magazines, affirmations. I've got a bunch of art supplies, all kinds of paper. So we're going to figure out a time and a place to do a vision board mini wisdom deck. And the thing I'd like for all of you to do is maybe find some crazy kooky purse that you would never use, but you'll keep your little mini vision boards inside. And maybe Linda will lift up the one and show it to you all.
I will. This is her.
I would never carry that as my purse, but it's full of the wisdom deck, and I'll share those with you after church. Maybe next Christmas you might find that under your tree.
Now, this is amazing. I went out to these once and we went through some of these things. It is chock full of Well, she's gonna show you.
affirmations and artwork and
Affirmations and artwork and.
ransom notes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, who's holding my soul at ransom?
So great.
My dark side, I don't like very much.
Yeah, this is-
Everybody has to balance. So I plan on doing these creative vision deck classes, maybe every 3 or 4 months.
Oh, I should show.
It'd be a destination. Yeah, show it to YouTube land here. Fun.
My name is Vanna. Oh, let me show you what-
There you go. She's going to show some of the mini vision boards. I have, some are just pictures, some, like even my backyard when I lived in San Diego, but, pictures, things that are precious. Yep, artwork.
The quick and the dead.
Well, there's
Amazing.
favorite movies, the 4 directions, the 4 seasons, favorite friends, favorite memories, cherished ideals, dreams for the future. I mean, when you start putting it on paper, your brain just eats it up. Can you remember how you felt when you were a little kid, like 2nd or 3rd grade, and you sit down at your little desk and you were on that paper? Now these kids these days, they're staring at a screen. God bless them. We will see the evolution of man to be continued. I wonder what it'll be like in 100 years. We won't have to worry about it. Well, figuratively.
Unless you're reincarnated.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm laughing about. I had a dream last night that we have a woman president and she's metaphysical.
Yes.
Yay! I was like, you betcha, baby. We will require meditation in every schoolroom. Thank you. Meditation and art.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's take a few moments to center ourselves again after all of our frivolity. We'll close our eyes and take some deep, inspiring breaths. We take our little yoga posture, sitting up straight, eyes are closed. Our palms are open on our upper thigh because that's symbology of receiving blessings. So quiet your heart and your mind. Take some deep healing breaths. We are all unlimited sources of love and light. We open our hearts and minds to the divine flow of inspiration. We are all on a journey of discovery. We open our minds and hearts to new visions of our best yet to be. We are much more than our minds. Our minds are tools to use any way that we wish. We will use our minds. We can change our habits anytime we want to. We breathe deeply, we breathe peacefully, and we hold our hearts and minds in a vibration of love. We release the past. We are inspired to create a wonderful now. We are creating our future with the visions we hold now. We are all unlimited sources of love and light. We are all unlimited sources of love and light. All is well in our world. We are willing to see ourselves and our world in a new light. We are willing to see ourselves and our world in a new light. And slowly stretch and yawn and smile. Coming out of this beautiful little dip into cosmic consciousness. Today, in closing, I'd like to say that whatever we choose to believe becomes true for us. Whatever you choose to believe becomes true for us. We believe in love. We believe in divine guidance. We believe in truth. We believe in goodness and beauty, and we are creating a new path of inspiration. And we'll stand for the benediction. I'm always so happy to see the clock that I have. I had 13 pages today and I got it all done. Woohoo! Benediction. Right here, right now, we are free. We are free to create and to be anything that we can envision. We capture our wild and restless hearts and tame our feelings to ones of peace and inspiration. We are willing to try new things. We are willing to find old, cherished ways of being that we may have forgotten. We let go of blocks and triggers and find new, fresh energy and ways of expression. We choose the positive and we go forward with faith. Namaste. Woohoo!
Thank you so much.